Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully, you're hearing me. We've got Mercury on the screen, but we have a few other things to talk about. This video is not going to be the deep dive, but it will be more like events that are coming up. And so, starting in December, we will get to Mercury, okay? But starting in December, because you know how November goes, right? You've got Thanksgiving and then there's Black Friday, and it's like the full throttle of the holiday rush in the season. It begins early with Christmas parties through the month of November and whatnot. So, just to kind of pencil in a little clarity and to have us all on the same page without going too deep, this is December. We are talking Neptune. Neptune will be going direct in the month of December. Yes, I don't have a Neptune glyph. Maybe I'll throw one in here if I get a chance to do some backroom editing. You never know how that's going to work out these days. But we're going to get to the Mercury because there's going to be a retrograde, right? But I'm going to get to that. So here's the deal. On December 6th, we have Neptune standing still going direct. I will have a separate video, hopefully, for that. So keep your eye out for that because if we got to better understand the Neptune keywords, right? It's in Pisces, Neptune and Pisces. It's going to go direct because it's retrograding right now. I'm recording this at the very beginning of November. And so that means for a full month more, it's still retrograding. And so think of all the Neptune keywords, right? And then I want you to think about when a planet is about to go direct or change direction for that matter, right? But in our case, come December 6th, it's going to go direct. But what happens, right? It slows down. So it feels like it's standing still. Okay. And this is super pronounced with those outer planets, which Neptune is one of them because it's a very slow mover anyway. You follow? Very slow mover. So when it stands still, its energy and its characteristics, right? Neptune, dreams, fantasy, sleep. I need more sleep. It's water energy. It's empathy. It's understanding. It's high levels of sensitivity, prayer, meditation, kumbaya, also fantasy, illusions, delusions. A lot of words, there's a large spectrum when we talk about Neptune qualities, right? It covers a large area. So all you're looking for is the Pisces energy in your astrology chart because that's where Neptune is. It's sitting there right now around 25 degrees. Okay. And that's where it's going to stand still and go direct, right? Because it's such a slow mover, right? It'll stop at 25 and then move forward. Okay. Now that happens December 6th. Actually, it goes back to 2453. I have written down. My bad. I've got my notes. 2453 is where it will stand still and go direct in Pisces. So you're looking for your Pisces energy at 2453, and then you see what house number that's in. Okay. So those things that Neptune represents become super pronounced. Remember, Neptune's really strong because it rules the sign of Pisces. So it's quite powerful. Right. So it is politics, politicians, administrations. We think of institutions of our society, institutions, right? And so, regardless of where you live, yeah, hospitals, like institutions. We also have coming up, like I have on the screen, the Mercury retrograde. The Mercury retrograde in December. It begins December 13th. And that's what I have written down. But somehow I don't know if that is actually right. But this is what I have written. And I will do a follow-up video, of course, with the chart, right? The chart's not in front of me right now. So here's something tricky that happens. Mercury actually goes into the sign of Capricorn. It goes all the way to 8 degrees and 29 minutes. Oh, it's there. It's on the screen. Holy crap. Hopefully, I pray that my voice is coming through on this. But so Mercury gets to 829 in Capricorn, and then it's going to go backwards. It retrogrades, right? And so it retrogrades and it goes back to 22 degrees of Sagittarius. Right. So that means we got Mercury getting through Sagittarius fire energy, right? And then going back to traveling up to Capricorn at 8:29. All right. So we'll show the chart when it's time. But the thing to remember for you is to find these points in your chart, right? Find out where your Sagittarius energy is and where your Capricorn, right? So you're talking about the last 10 degrees of Saggy and the first 10 degrees of Capricorn. For some of you, that might be in two different houses, depending upon if you do a tropical Placidus chart like my charts are. And by the way, if you don't have a chart and you want one and you want it to match the charts that I show on the screen when I do a reading, just comment to me, reach out to me. Okay. But yeah, so what's going to happen is Mercury is going to, in 2024, right? It's going to begin. We're going to notice the theme where we're going to have Mercury retrograding through the signs, the fire signs, right? So since it's in the last fire sign of Saggy right now, then we know the next fire sign after Saggy is going to be Aries, right? That's going to be a little ways off. We're not going to talk about that here. But this was basically to give you a quick little heads up, okay? So we got Neptune going direct December 6th and Mercury doing a retrograde on December 13th. And so that's at 8:29 Cappy has to go all the way back to 22 degrees of Saggy, and then it's got to get back to 8 degrees and 29 minutes in Cappy to clear the retrograde zone. That's not going to be until 2024 in the new year. So the follow-up video will give us the deep dive, but I will leave you off with this, that on the day when that happens, when Mercury clears the shadow zone, I will have you know that Venus, these are the notes that I have written down, Venus is in Saggy and she is conjunct the galactic center at 27 degrees. So for those of you who know your Sagittarius keywords, throw some in the comments down below. Let me know what you think this is going to be about. Remember, Mercury's the news and information, and Venus is our values. It's money. Venus is feminine energy. And Saggy, justice, judicial system, right? Foreigners, foreign lands, foreign countries. You add the rest of the keywords, and that's it. That was this little update, just a little mini update, something I could hopefully squeeze in under 10 minutes. And hopefully you'll see this video soon. We'll see when it gets out. But if I don't see you, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll see you guys Saturday nights. For those of you who aren't normally around, every Saturday night we do a live stream. Yeah, we do the Starry Night Lives every Saturday night, and it is at 9 p.m. Central Time Zone. And there we look at charts. And if you get your information to me ahead of time, if you try to help the channel out in some small way, we can look at your chart. Spend your time focusing on you and your chart. Yeah, on the Starry Night Live. Again, get your digits to me. Email is down below. You can create a different name, a name to match your email. That way you can even use a different email. Create a new Gmail account just for a Starry Night Live reading. That way you're reading me looking at your chart, even though there's people there, nobody has to know it's you because it's whatever name you put on the chart. You get it? All right, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care. And remember, I always appreciate your time. Bye-bye.